welcome to another Evil Clown Slayer review. It's been a minute. Obviously we've been running low on the McFarlane Warhammer 40,000 characters. So that's a hint. McFarlane, get some more stuff, get the next wave out. But, so to kill some time, we were going to look at some other McFarlane characters. So yeah, McFarlane, you still win. You're still getting my money. Today we're going to look at the Violator. And I actually happen to have the original, well, I say original, one of the old school toys from the 1995 movie version of him. And the box, actually, the original box. But I just picked up this 2021 version. I wanted to mostly just do a review on this guy, take a look. But then I figured since I had the box, the packaging, and the original character, the old school one, we'd kind of do a quick comparison, kind of see the differences. But so yeah, taking a quick look at the box, this McFarlane box is very similar to all the Warhammer. Again, if you've been following my channel at all, I've basically been buying all the Warhammer McFarlane characters. But I figured this guy was pretty sweet. He might actually fit in. We'll see. We'll talk about that in a minute. He might fit in pretty well with some of my Warhammer characters. Could be a stand-in character. But yeah, so looking at the box here, we got a nice art graphic on the side here. Pretty awesome. I like that. It's kind of like a comic book style. Looking at the character himself, looks like we got him and a little base in there. That base is probably nothing but show. Side, we got another picture of the character itself, or the figure itself. And then on the back, again, another picture of the figure. Now, just for quick comparison, this is kind of what I grew up with. I grew up with these types of boxes, which from the front, very similar. Yep, just got our typical, pretty plain, not a lot different comparing the two. Got some cool graphics on the side here. But this is the stuff I miss. I miss this. I used to love buying action figures and looking at the back and having like 20 figures on the back of this thing. And be like, oh, I want all those, I want all those. And it just like inspired you want to collect the whole series or the whole set. So comparing this, like that's cool, interesting. I mean, nothing against this. This is an awesome, like I want to cut that out and make a little poster out of it or something. That's awesome. But as far as the marketing side of it, this got me excited. I would even walk into the store, you'd pick this thing up and look at all the characters around here, think, oh man, they don't even have this in the store, but you'd see some of these characters that you're like, oh, I want to find this one, I want to go find that one somewhere. So, yeah, I just miss this. I miss this. And McFarlane's current lines don't have this at all. It's all just graphic of the character, nothing else. So, yeah, so this one, pretty basic, pretty plain. But I do love that. I love that marketing advertisement stuff. So this guy, I think I got him from GameStop.com. I bought him probably 6 months ago, a while ago. One of their deals where you buy X amount of crap and you get free shipping, but you also get discount on top of their clearance pricing. So I got him pretty cheap. If I remember right, I got him like around 35 bucks. Retail for this guy is $49.99, I believe. That's what the McFarlane website lists them at. I think that's what they recommend for everywhere else they sell them. But, so speaking of the McFarlane website, actually, you know what? Let's open them up first. We're going to open them up, and we'll try to do it on camera. What the hell? I don't usually do this because you never know what kind of a struggle it's going to be, but why not? And I might just cut this all out, we'll see. A lot of these McFarlane figures, at least the Warhammer lines, they seem to have so many of these little straps, it's ridiculous. You're always worried about scraping your character or breaking something, trying to get him out. But there he is. Gosh, he's giant. He's humongous. So, kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. We will see how many straps we got here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not too bad. Hopefully I didn't just scrape him up with my scissors. Oh, another one. Oh my gosh. There we go. And we got the base in there somewhere. I'll dig that out later. But there we go. There's this big chunker. He is huge. So, as far as, whoa, man. Yeah, he's just chunky as heck. And I'm still deciding how I like that. He's different. I'm used to that version back there, who is, that's kind of like, again, the version I grew up with, all the movies, video games, the animated series cartoon. He always came in that form, I believe, kind of skinnier and gangly. This big, chunky version, it's new to me. I've never seen him like this in any of the other formats I've seen him, so we'll see. Let's see if I can get him to spin for us while we talk about him. Whoop, probably not. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your patience with me. Dance. My chubbies dance. All right, pulling up the McFarlane website. So at one point, he was available on Amazon.com, GameStop, Target, Walmart, Entertainment Earth, McFarlane's toy store. As far as I know, he's definitely still available on Amazon and McFarlane Toy Store. The other ones, you'll have to take a look yourself. I'll put a link to the website so you can take a peek of where you can get him if you want to pick up a version of him yourself. So off the McFarlane website, this is a quick description of what he is. This is the Violator, and he's out of the Spawn series, which again, I don't know a lot about Spawn. I played some of the video games. I saw the animated series at one point. I watched the old 90s movie. But other than that, I mean, it's been 20 years since I've even dabbled at all into it. So, the Violator. Here's the McFarlane website description of him. The eldest of the 5 siblings known as the I'm not going to try it. The Fleblick. I'm a terrible reader. I am not very educated. The Feblick brothers. I'll put it on the screen so you can read it yourself. Violator is a powerful demon of hell who worked with Malbogia, I don't know how to pronounce it, able to shapeshift, possess humans and animals, as well as an array of other powers. He was sent to Earth in order to train Al Simmons when he became the Hellspawn. Violator, however, likes to do things his own way and often antagonizes, manipulates, and gets in the way of Al Simmons in every possible occasion, to even his own detriment of being at odds with Malbogia and his brothers. Violator is self-serving and vindictive and a major pain in Spawn's ass. So this is meant to be a 7-inch scale figure. Obviously, he's quite a bit bigger than the 7 inches, but I'm assuming he's meant to be size proportionate to the 7-inch scale Spawn characters that are out there. It says 22 moving parts, as well as a moving jaw, full range of posing and play. Violator stands roughly 9 inches tall. Featured in the Spawn-themed window box packaging. Collect all McFarlane's Toys Spawn figures. So there you go. That is the description off the website. So let's take a quick peek here comparing him to this guy, because I figured why not? I believe once upon a time this guy was probably similar in cost. I know this one was expensive. I bought this one a couple of years ago now. I think I got him secondhand on eBay. It was not quite new, but close. And I think retail is about the same for that, about 50 bucks or 30, 40 bucks. Back in the day, that's a lot of money. So, a couple things. I mean, I like this guy. He looks awesome. But as far as the articulation goes, it's really basic. You don't got any ball joints. You can't swing his arms out. This thing moves, but this thing falls down all the time. He's actually supposed to... There's a button back here, somewhere back here, and it was supposed to make his eyes glow. I've never had that working. I'm sure maybe it's this thing that makes his eyes glow, but never worked. Probably batteries exploded in there and will never work again. But this thing's cool looking, and as far as articulation goes, again, for close to 30 years ago, this was pretty good for its day, from what I would imagine. I'm used to the old chunky WrestleMania guys, swivel at the waist and a couple swinging arms and no moving of the legs or anything like that, or some of the really basic Ninja Turtle characters. So this is not too bad, especially for how detailed and kind of creepy he looks. Kind of give you a quick idea of what this guy looks like. But now, comparing him to this new one, how chunky he is, but he's got all, I mean, it's still not the best, but shoot. He's got some pretty good articulation here. Let's see, this is my first time fiddling with him. You guys saw me take him out of the box. He's got some nice, that's real stiff, but he's got wrist movement here. Looks like his wrists can twist around. He can bend at the elbow a little bit, so you can straighten his arm. Definitely decent shoulder rotation here. Ball joint, so you can in and out. This is kind of a rubbery type material, which I kind of like. I'm not sure if... Ooh. Yeah, so this is a rubbery type stuff. Be nice for whatever, I don't know, just won't get in the way as much. Jaw does move a little bit. He does have some torso movement in here. We got 2 joints in here, so you get a little bit of crunch, a little bit of extension, but not a lot. I mean, he can bob around a little bit here. As far as the legs go, he does have... You can almost do the splits if you really want him to do the splits for you. If you really extended his legs all the way out, you could get a little bit more height. I think that's taller than 9 inches, to be honest. If you really stretch him out, that's pretty big. But it doesn't look good. He's got to have the hunched over look. So yeah, we got the ankle swivel here. Doesn't really rock very well. I'm not sure if it's supposed to or not, but no rocking here. Does tip back and forth. Little reversed ankle back here does kind of kick forward if you want it to. No twist or pivot there. Again, that's basically it for the figure itself. So, for fun, I was thinking the reason I picked him up, I thought he might go pretty good with some of my Warhammer characters. I was thinking he might make for a good Greater Daemon or some kind of enemy for these guys to stand next to or behind or fighting or whatever. So we'll see. I got to play around with them and see if I can make some stop motion with this guy or not, if he's too big or too chunky. But the Warhammer version of these characters, or I say characters, the demons, I'm thinking he could fit in as a greater demon of some sort. It's kind of hard because he doesn't really quite fit the mold of the demons that you see in the Warhammer. Most of the Warhammer demons, they all have weapons, and there's kind of four main types. There's the Khorne demons, which they all come with big axes, usually bright red, have wings. There's the Tzeentch demons, who usually look like birds, a little more avian. And again, they have a big sword, wings, and staff. There is Nurgle, which are really these giant, fat, overweight things that look like rotting zombie things. So he doesn't really fit that mold either. And then we got Slaanesh, which is a demon that is kind of a more feminine look, usually, not always, but then they tend to have like crab claws and other interesting stuff like that on them. So of the four, he probably would fit as a Khorne demon, possibly a demon undivided, which they're very rare. But so the way that the demons work in Warhammer is that each greater demon has a like a patron god that gives them all their power, so they take their image. But there's a couple demons out there that are undivided, which means all of the demons, or sorry, all the gods give them power, and they kind of split it up. I don't remember the name of them. I'll throw some pictures of them, but there's a undivided demon, like supposed to be the original greater demon or original demon, who is kind of has that look, but again, he's got a sword and a little bit of armor, and I think he's got wings too. That's one of the things that they're all missing. Like I said, other than Nurgle, the Nurgle demons, they all have wings. So he definitely does not have wings, and he does not look like he's going to go flying around through the air anytime soon. But that's what I have. Thought he was kind of nifty looking, and appreciate you guys joining me to take a peek at him. Kind of give you some quick sides comparisons to some of the other Warhammer characters out there. I mean, these Space Marines are about 6 inches tall, or 7 inches tall. This guy is a little over 6 inches. Let me give you a little better angle here. So this guy does like tower over these other guys, and I think he'd make like an awesome looking villain. But that's about all I have. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a minute since I put anything on here. Check out some of my other videos. Really appreciate any comments, likes, or again, checking out my other stuff. And that's what I have for you. Evil Clown Slayer out.
I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of our Lord. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Udun!